Hello, my name is Megan Roseberry, and I am a Youth Services Librarian with the LaPorte County Public Library. It is my honor to welcome you to the Collaborative Summer Learning Programs webinar series on youth mental health in libraries. During this video webinar series, you will be introduced to a variety of libraries throughout the country who have developed programs and initiatives to help meet the mental and physical needs of the people they serve. Youth are sometimes overlooked when considering the issue of mental health. Many people think children can bounce back or adapt to any situation with hardly any negative consequences. However, it is becoming increasingly apparent that the mental health of children and teenagers is, in fact, quite impacted by the world around them and their situation. Therefore, it is essential to remember that we must work to meet the mental health needs of youth and to place as much importance on them as we do their physical needs. This image from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention highlights the stark reality of mental health among young children. According to a report issued by the CDC, 1 in 6 children aged 2 to 8 years has a mental, behavioral, or developmental disorder. Such alarming statistics are not only present in young children. As this bar graph from the CDC shows, depression, anxiety, and behavior disorders can affect youth at any age. The COVID-19 pandemic has exacerbated mental health problems in youth. The stress that adults feel from this ongoing situation is felt equally, and sometimes more so, among youth. In fact, the U.S. Surgeon General directly addressed the topic by issuing an advisory. You can read the full press release regarding the advisory by following the link to the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services on the resources slide of this presentation. In part, the press release states that as the nation continues the work to protect the health and safety of America's youth during this pandemic with the pediatric vaccine push, amid concerns of the emerging Omicron variant, the U.S. Surgeon General's advisory on protecting youth mental health outlines the pandemic's unprecedented impacts on the mental health of America's youth and families, as well as the mental health challenges that existed long before the pandemic. The press release later goes on to highlight additional content from the advisory. The pandemic added to the pre-existing challenges that America's youth faced. It disrupted the lives of children and adolescents, such as in-person schooling, in-person social opportunities with peers and mentors, access to healthcare and social services, food, housing, and the health of their caregivers. In fact, as the advisory also highlights, a national emergency in child and adolescent mental health has been declared. So how can libraries help to address the issue of youth mental health? As centers of the community, libraries serve as a major resource. In fact, libraries can be considered part of the call to action provided by the advisory from the Surgeon General. 2 of the recommendations included within the advisory are to 1. Recognize that mental health is an essential part of overall health, and to 2. Support the mental health of children and youth in educational, community, and child care settings. In regards to the first recommendation, libraries can assist community members with understanding the importance of mental health in children and youth. By bringing awareness to this topic, libraries can help people learn how to notice signs of problems. In addition, libraries can also provide resources for mental health assistance and help defeat the stigma surrounding talking about mental health. As for the second recommendation from the Surgeon General, it can easily be argued that libraries are included in the term community settings. Therefore, it is both our duty and our privilege to provide mental health support in a variety of ways. While we are not medical professionals and cannot diagnose anyone or make medical recommendations, we as librarians can provide information, programs, and resources to help everyone, including youth, deal with the stresses of daily life, not to mention life during a pandemic. Many libraries have taken up the call to help their community, whether it be by providing a safe place for people to express themselves or curating a collection of items to fulfill basic needs, which will, in turn, help relieve some mental health stressors. The libraries featured in this series have all come up with innovative ways to help their communities deal with issues regarding youth mental health. We would love to hear about other examples of calls to action relating to this issue. Please feel free to share how your library has taken up the call to promote youth mental health. We hope that this webinar series inspires your library to incorporate mental health topics in your programming and helps inform you about the importance of youth mental health.